Welcome, everyone. We're so excited to see your faces. I'm Dawn Nagy. For those of you I might not have met yet, I'm the Director of Strategic Advancement here at the World Federation of Youth Clubs, and we are thrilled to see all of you. Thank you so much for joining this month's webcast. We wanted this to be an opportunity to hear directly from you. A lot of times, for those of you who have joined before, you get to hear from an expert in a particular subject area, and we thought this would be a great opportunity to learn from all of you and have you share your successes and your challenges from this past year and be able to meet each other and connect today. So thank you so much for joining us. I want to just take a minute to review kind of the format for today, and then we'll get started on some welcome introductions here and then go from there. So if you are not speaking, please be sure your microphone is muted. You will certainly, if you have something to chime in, you're welcome to do so. You can put it in the chat, you can unmute yourself, you can raise your hand, whatever is the easiest for you to be able to connect. We are so appreciative of all the work that you've done this year. We know that it's been a very challenging year for everyone across the world and continues to be. So we really just thank you for being connected and engaged, and can't wait to hear more from each of you about what the new year will bring. So I wanted to start, we're going to do some introductions. We have some new staff members at World Federation that you may not have met, so we wanted to introduce them. And then we'd love to hear from all of you, some of your successes and challenges, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's coming up in 2021, including our conference. So with that, I still see more people joining. Welcome, everyone. Please put where you're joining us from in the chat. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce our president, Glenn Permoy, who will has some welcome remarks for you, and then we'll introduce our team. Glenn?
Great. Well, Dawn, thank you. Appreciate you not only heading up today, but all the work you do throughout the year on our webcast. And yes, others are going to meet members of our staff here in just a few minutes. Following up on what Dawn shared, it's been a difficult year, maybe a year and a half or two. And I just want to first congratulate all of you on your perseverance, your determination, your willingness to go the extra step to serve the young people and others in your communities in any possible way that you can. And I know many of you have shifted gears, pivoted, whatever you want to call it, so that you can take your programs to them or keep your young people involved. And this has already paid great dividends, and I know will pay even greater dividends going forward. So you are a shining example of what's great amongst the world and how people can work together and share ideas. Those of you that were members of our conference early this year, those of you that were participants in our Promise Awards, those that have been participants in our monthly webcasts, that are contributing to and reading our newsletters and sharing them with others, we want to thank you for getting the word out about the services that the World Federation is able to provide, and the fact that that's what we are here for, is to serve you and help enhance and advance the services that you provide. So although it's been difficult, it's also been very rewarding. And we've seen growth even during the pandemic time, growth in the number of clubs, the number of young people served, the numbers of dollars being raised locally. So we are on our side, from the team and the board, we're very proud of all that's been accomplished here. And with that, I'd like to introduce you to, if you have not already met, Tim Richardson, who's a new member of our staff. He's been on for several months now, and he heads up our Africa endeavors. And Tim, I'll let you just introduce yourself, say a few words about what's going on in your part of the world.
Sure. Well, first, it's great to see President and Mike, and I'm hoping I get a few more sites from Africa to check in. I'm Tim Richardson, and just by way of background, I've been in youth development work for 30 plus years, and helped groups as diverse as Boys and Girls Clubs of America, the Kingdom of Bahrain, and U.S. Tennis Association. But none of that's important. What is important is that this was a celebration. This is a celebration of everyone on the call, all the folks who couldn't make the call. And the one thing we have in common, which is we really care about kids having their best lives. Our roles and my pledge to everyone on the call is that I will listen, I will learn, and as you encounter challenges or things you're wrestling with, you're not the first organization to wrestle with those. And between us, we will compare notes and figure out ways to find support to help you move the needle. So great honor to be a part of the team, great honor to be on this call. And I don't want to take too much time because it's not about me. So I wish you all a very happy holiday.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that. And of course, Tim is always available, as our whole team is at the World Federation. Another relatively new member. Tim used to call himself the rookie, but he can't anymore because Jacob is newer than him. But Jacob is senior operations and just done a wonderful job. Only been on a few months, already had a tremendous impact on what we're doing at the World Federation. So Jacob, maybe a few words about yourself for the team.
Yes, I am a little bit newer than Tim, but we're still going to allow him to claim the rookie title. It's a crown he wears well, and it just wouldn't look as good on me. So, but yeah, I'm just very happy to be here. This is my first time, getting to really know some of you and speak with some of you. And so I'm just thankful for the opportunity to do a nice year wrap up, just getting to know some of our affiliates throughout the world. I see folks from all over, and it's just really inspiring and encouraging to be kind of in the same virtual room with all of you. And to all of my Ghanaian folks, I see a few out there. I don't know if you speak Twi, but from my time in Ghana, I remember Eti Sane. So that's for you guys. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that. Can't go another step without calling on Jose for a few words. Jose's been traveling all over the place, but he's, I think, settled in now. Jose, maybe, especially for our Spanish-speaking folks that maybe didn't understand some of our welcome remarks, share a little bit about what you got going on, but maybe also thanking all of them on our behalf if they're not, completely fluent on the English side.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos días a todos. Like Glenn said, I'm usually traveling, but it's for the benefit of the affiliates. I'm always looking to see how I can improve so I can help you even more. Como dijo Glenn, yo viajo mucho, pero para apoyarles mejor. O sea que siempre estoy buscando recursos y cómo mejorar lo que podemos brindarles a todos. It's a pleasure to work with each and every one of you. Your guys are the reason I'm with the World Federation. I'm very passionate about helping the affiliates and the communities around the world because I came from that reality. Being born in Mexico City, knowing that clubs weren't there, it makes me feel like we need them all over the world. Les agradezco a todos por participar con nosotros. Ustedes son mi pasión. Yo crecí en una región muy pobre en México. Y por eso mi vida ha sido dedicada a apoyar a lugares que puedan apoyar a más niños como era yo cuando era niño. Entonces, lo que pueda hacer para ustedes, aquí estamos siempre. Y disculpen la conexión de la internet si no se oye muy bien, pero estoy en un área algo remota. Pero les agradezco a todos. I thank all of you, and I'm always here for you guys. So, if you need anything,
thank you, Jose. Appreciate that very much. Believe it or not, folks, I can understand Spanish, all of that. And Jose did a great job. I just can't speak it as well as he can. So I yield. I know my limitations, and we have a great diverse team of people that can serve our affiliates. And we're very proud of the team that we have, and hopefully the services that we're providing. Large organizations like the UK, which is on with us with Andy and Martin and others. And then we have Mexico as a national organization as well, and the great work that they're doing there. We have Liz Cruz on, who heads up our hub site in Central America, and the great work that has gone on there and continues to go on. So new affiliate joined us. Of course, we have a good number of people from Venezuela. We're so happy that they're on. I'm not sure if anyone's on from Chile, but if you are, let us know. And
I see the Chile team.
Chile's here. Fantastic. So, we have a few new affiliates that have joined us. And then, of course, many of you who have been with us for a long time and have been contributing to what others are doing around the world because of the great work that you do and how we're able to share that. And speaking of that, I'm going to give it to Dawn to kind of maybe take us through the success stories that we'd like to hear from everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you, Glenn. It's so, thank you to the team. And we're excited to have all of you here. Again, if you haven't already told everyone else, please put where you're joining from in the chat. I know we've had some people kind of join late here. So we're so glad to have all of you. And I know Jose has some, internet strains. And so if you pop on and pop back off, please feel free to do so. We'd love to keep connection here. What we'd like to do is really hear, this was an opportunity for you all to meet and connect and share what's been happening for you this past year. So we'd love to hear some of your successes, something that anybody might be able to benefit from, right? If there's something that you hear about, a program or an idea, and you want to connect with that other member, please feel free to let us know. But I'm going to go ahead and call on a couple, put them on the spot. And so I want to, if I can start, I don't know, how about, is Rosie still here?
Hi, good morning, Dawn. Yes, I'm still here.
Wonderful. Can you share a success from this past year?
Yes, I have a challenge that became a success, actually.
Wonderful.
Well, basically, this year and the last year as well, actually, we heavily here, I'm from Club de Niños y Niñas de Rosarito, Baja California. Buenos días a todos. Good morning over here. We had our biggest fundraisers, all of our fundraisers actually, depending on creating concerts, in particular mariachi and folklorico, diverse types of concerts. That was our main fundraising for everything, for operations, to continue construction, for all decorations, for material. And with the pandemic, well, that completely crashed. It completely ended. Also, my kids did presentations. All my kids who learned musical instruments, dancing, singing, whatnot. That's how we maintained, keep fundings coming in, and that everything ended. So what we had to do in regards to keep the funds coming in was several different innovations all the time. In particular, one that is seeming to be growing, even though at a very small pace, but helping us, is the social media. Every time we do something on social media, people either become alert of what we have, or people become wanting to help. So as often as we can, we try to do some live videos, the director, the kids, because of course we had to open the club. The mothers and the kids were knocking on our door. No, we had to open it no matter what. So we started opening it little by little, 5 kids at a time, 6 kids. Right now we finished the semester with 50 kids in all the decent protocols and everything. And the videos that came out of that created a lot of attention to the public, because nobody knows what the club is about in Mexico still. In my town, they don't even know, they don't believe it. And also what happened, we found a particular fabulous person, a donor, who is right now, he's our head, I don't know how you say it, el mero mero. Jose, help me out. How do you say el mero mero patrocinador del club right now? The main guy who can help us maintain club operations.
Yep.
I think we understand it. Mero Mero is mainly the main supporter.
Yep. Okay.
The main supporter. Gracias, Jose. Yes, so we managed, in horrible regards of the pandemic, we managed to finish up to almost 90% of the construction that we were missing. And we were able to continue operations. So I believe social media, and if you are, of course, we knocked on hundreds of doors. One finally is the main guy.
Thank you, Rosie. That's awesome.
That's wonderful. Great news, Rosie.
So thank you.
You're getting, if you can't see, there's lots of cheers coming for you from across the network here. A lot of claps and celebration for you. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Gracias, Don.
Thank you for sharing as well. We'd love to, if there's other people who want to share, please just put in the chat or raise your hand or whatever. I'm also going to call on Mike, if Mike is still with us. I know he had one that he wanted to share.
Hi, yes, I'm still here. So yeah, it's been a tough year, or 2 years actually, for everyone.
Mike, can you share where you're from for the rest of the team here?
Yeah, so I'm in South Africa, Boys and Girls Club South Africa. I think one of our biggest successes in the last year, and maybe even a slightly longer than that, has been around the development of our board, and using our board to engage with potential supporters and as a fundraising part of the organization. So we've grown our board from 6 board members to 11 board members now, and we recently ran our first ever golf day, which may not sound like too much of a big deal for many people on the call, but golf is quite a big thing in South Africa, and thanks largely to 3 or 4 of our board members, we were able to have around 35 people coming to our golf day, potential donors or potential partners that were there, generate a bit of money, but more importantly generate a bit of excitement and some relationships with people that can support us for the, in the foreseeable future. So I think that has been really great. And also I just want to, while I'm talking about the board, say how important the access to the World Federation Network has been for board members. Several of them were at the conference at the beginning of this year. It really helped them to understand the organization and also the potential that the World Federation has. And it just really solidified that relationship that we have with them as volunteer board members, and made them a little bit more enthusiastic and willing to, open up the networks, make phone calls, send letters on the behalf of myself, facilitate coffee meetings and club visits and all that kind of stuff. So I think for South Africa, the growth of the board and the strengthening and diversification of the skills of the board was probably our biggest success. And I think it will stand us in great stead in the coming years as we continue to build and take advantage of what we've done this year.
Very good. Very nice.
Thank you, Mike. Does anyone else have successes they want to share? We know so many of you have been able to really navigate, right? There's been so many kind of obstacles put into your way, and you've been really having some impressive work done. Is there anybody else that would like to share some successes?
I think I saw Martin Solder's hand go up. Is that right, Martin?
Well, I think he always volunteers.
Come on, tell us.
I'm not sure you did see my hand go up, Glenn, but I'm more than happy to say something about the UK. Martin from the Boys and Girls Clubs of UK. We've had a really interesting year. We sort of opened up early part of the year. We're now going into another sort of period of lockdown, but we picked up a number of big government contracts nationally, and so we were able to run out sports activity programs. We picked up £300,000 to distribute that around our network. We've also been promoting young people getting back into employment. So we've been part of a government scheme called Kickstart. Again, I don't know how much money's gone through our account, but it's probably another 300,000. So yeah, there's a lot of money been coming in to sort of get us going again, really. But saying that, we're just going into lockdown again by the looks of it. So we may close up again in the new year. So good news and bad news.
Yeah. Well, thanks for all you do, Martin and Andy. Both of you guys are heading up a huge organization in the UK, nearly 3,000 sites, serving tons of young people and making a difference in their lives. And just like others and all over the world, we appreciate what you're doing there.
Awesome. I'd like to, if I can, we have some of our affiliates who were Promise Award recipients from this fall, and I'm curious to see if maybe Liz or Ingrid would be willing to share just a little bit about what that brought to the individuals who were honored at your organizations. And Jose, I'm sure you can translate if necessary.
I think Liz is
Liz,
on.
Liz
Yeah.
or Ingrid? I think Stephen is on too.
Yeah. It might be on mute, but here we, let's see. Yeah.
Anybody from Promise Awards willing to share for a minute?
Do you see Stephen on? Maybe not.
I think Stephen just joined.
So I see a hand up in the corner. Lyris from Venezuela.
Yes.
Hola, saludos.
Saludos.
Desde Venezuela. Quería compartirles que estamos muy contentos de que el día de Thanksgiving, de Acción de Gracias, nosotros recibimos la afiliación a la Federación Mundial de Clubes Juveniles. Así que estamos muy entusiasmados por ese apoyo que ustedes nos están dando. Aquí está mi nieta, granddaughter, y el trabajo que queremos hacer de apoyar a toda esta juventud de niñas, niños de Venezuela, junto con nuestros hermanos de Chile, República Dominicana y Colombia. Gracias.
Gracias, Liz. Voy a traducirlo rapidito. We want to thank the World Federation for allowing us to join on Thanksgiving Day as a new affiliate member. We're very excited about the work that's about to do, especially with our sister family group in Chile and Dominican Republic. We're excited about the work that's being done. And here I am with my family, and we're excited to move forward.
That's great. Jose, I hope we can get Ingrid to share a little bit. Oh, Stephen's on? Good.
Yeah, I know Ingrid and Liz are on, but I don't know if
yeah, I mean, I know we get lots of video and lots of good information from the hub site and also from Ingrid, lots of photos and stuff. And if they want to share a little something, that'd be great. Let's see.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
So
Stephen.
this is Stephen Ghana, West and West of Ghana.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Tell us a little bit about the good work that's going on in Ghana. What are some of the successes that you've had, Stephen?
Thank you for the opportunity. We want to thank World Federation of Youth Club for the opportunity given us, and then the webcast that has been so beneficial to us, training us every day, every month, giving us insight how to raise funds, how to tell stories, and then how to engage our youth in our programming. It's been awesome thus far. Boys and Girls Club of Ghana, since we won the award, has been doing marvelous. The award gave us the opportunity to network with more organizations, and then to be able to understand what youth programming is all about. Because of the award, we were so challenged that we have to go extra mile to be able to rescue the youth who are vulnerable and to also engage the youth appropriately. We have now putting better structures in place for Boys and Girls Club of Ghana. We have also expanded our club's activities, and now we are even engaging so actively with the schools, because what we do is that we partner with the schools, community schools, we partner with the communities, and then we try to solve problems that the youth are facing in the communities and the schools. So we have been actively engaging areas, and then we have been doing this youth mentorship, leadership, entrepreneurship programs. Hello?
Yep, you're okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So From September to today that we won the award, one of the key things we have been benefiting from is the fundraising strategy, telling our stories. And since our stories has been all over, we've been able to, through Glenn, World Federation of Youth Club, and the leadership of World Federation of Youth Club, I think we've been able to link up with 2 organizations. We have had entrepreneurship and technology talk for African youth with one of the organizations in Senegal. We have also had some collaboration with other organizations, and things are going better than we expected. We are currently serving more than 3,000 youth in Ghana, and this youth that we are serving them are youth that we are raising them to be agents of change in their families, societies, and Ghana as a whole. So one of the values we put in them is volunteerism. We want them to give back, so we raise them, we give to them, and then when they also receive the gift, when they also receive the training, when they receive the support, and they are well established, they also stand a chance of giving back, so that the community and societies will be full of people that are also willing to give back. And through this, we are really making major changes in our communities. Key results that we want to share is improvement of academic performance in the schools that we serve. Basically, some of the schools that we're serving were the private school and the self schools whose performance were not as expected, like not better. So when we engage them, we kind of provide extra tuition to their children. We provide books, educational supplies to their children. We do mentorship, we do psychological support to them, and we constantly engage them. And out of that, you see that within a year or 2, you see the results in the basic education certificate examination in those schools becoming better than they were. And then we are also trying to solve this issue of teenage pregnancy. And so when we partner with the schools, we use the health centers or hospitals staffs to constantly go to the schools to talk to the females in the schools, to also kind of educating the youth on adolescent reproductive health practices, and things are better because now teenage pregnancies are reducing in the partner schools that we serve.
That's
so
great. That's really great, Stephen. I think that's awesome. Really, a lot of improvements and things that you are working on and taking advantage of the Promise Awards and how you've leveraged that to network more and get others involved. Jorge, what is happening in your end of the world, my friend?
Jorge Garcia from Monterrey, Mexico. I'm very happy right now because the government had lifted the restrictions on the kids going to the clubs. Pre-pandemic, we had almost 1,000 kids in our 2 clubs. Right now, we have recuperated 500 of them. So we have 500 kids every day at our clubs. And very happy because we have managed to get some money out of foundations and help 2 of our ex-boys that are now in university. We're paying the dues for the university. They're at the Tech of Monterrey studying professional subjects. One of them is engineering, and the other one is abogado, or
A lawyer?
lawyer.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're very, very happy because we have reached 500 kids already, and we're aiming our 1,000 kids that we had previously on the pandemic. We have also managed to get funds to run the clubs with a lot of foundations helping us getting more money. So we're fine. We're in our best times. Hopefully we can reach 1,000 kids also as soon as possible.
That's great. I know in talking to Daniela the other day, the plans for of the Mexico National Conference, in I think September of next year, and looking to have that as a face-to-face conference, depending on how things are in the world. So there's lots of great things going on throughout Mexico. Andy, maybe a little bit on the UK and kind of what's happening there, and also kind of the conference that you guys have every year. Kind of any thoughts on how that might materialize for this coming year?
Hi, Glenn. So yeah, Andy Hamill from the National Association of Boys and Girls Clubs. I think Martin's covered probably the two main positive news stories. But yeah, I mean, we're taking small steps forward in the UK. We're starting to have positive conversations with the government, which is really good. And there's some government funding, not necessarily coming directly to us, but certainly across the youth sector in the UK that's coming out in the new year. With regards to the conference, that's definitely going ahead in October. We're still to decide on a theme, but we're hoping to bring together as many of our member organisations as we can, and the staff and the volunteers that work across our youth clubs. So yeah, we'll keep you informed of that as soon as we've got more information, Glenn. And you'd be welcome to come and join us if you're able to.
Well, we'd love to do that, Andy. We'd love to be able to support, again, on the ground as we used to kind of pre-pandemic, and we know that has a lot of impact. We also know that having folks like Liz in Central America who can reach out to a large number of our affiliates, having a national organization in the UK, a national organization in Mexico, great leadership there. And then we're in the throes of talking about doing that same thing in South Africa or throughout Africa, working with Mike McTarren. Mike, if you're still on, I don't know if anyone's on from Botswana. Present is on, I think, but maybe just a quick conversation about a recent visit and training that went on in South Africa.
Yeah, I'm on. I saw President before, so I don't want to steal his show. President, are you on?
He's muted, but he's on. There he is. He's on. Go ahead, Mike. I think you can give us a start on it. And then...
Yeah, President, you got some background noise there, my man. Yeah, so we hosted a delegation in South Africa. We hosted a delegation from Botswana of President and a couple of his colleagues and his team. They're in the early stages of launching what hopefully will become a national association, Boys and Girls Clubs of Botswana, in the coming years. And we were happy to host him. Thanks to many connections through the World Federation and also bilaterally through a few different relationships that we have. And we spent a week together. President and his team worked closely with Tumi, who's our kind of like one of our ops people. And they were visiting clubs. They were looking at the programs that we're doing and trying to understand the context that we have. And as a result of that trip, President went home to Botswana and quickly managed to secure 2 potential club sites, and was already in the early stages of having a more centralized operation, I guess, for lack of a better word. So yeah, it was great for us to host, and it's nice to have that bilateral connection as well. I've had great interactions also with Andy and Martin in the UK in the past. So I think that having that experience with those guys, having this experience with the Botswana team has been really, really great. And to see that we're a global movement is also quite inspiring. President, are you on the call? Are you able to share?
Hello, Mike.
Hey, man. How was the trip for you, brother?
So with our experience hello everyone. So like just to add on what Mike has already said with my team from Botswana. So we managed to
that connection may be a little
at
tough.
the current moment where we are going to be our weapons and stuff. Then our location is closer to one of the primary schools. And also we have identified possible donor on the 8th when we are coming back. So we're going to be starting with the night for our beneficiary. So it's best to start with a sports program, like for the recruitment of the kids, so that the kids could come into our mini center for now. So far that's what we managed to secure since from our benchmarking trip, which was also great. That made us to like an eye opening for the organization to see that like the bottom belt clubs of the town, it's possible, it's doable. It's very great. We got the support from the local leaders, like the chiefs, the MPs, politicians. So like we got a lot of support from our local leaders. So with that, I think
That's great.
That's great.
Thank you, President. That's very nice. I know you get a lot of support from Tim and Mike as well. And we thank everybody that's involved in helping get Botswana off the ground. I know it's been a dream for people for a long time. Dawn, I know we're rapidly moving toward the highlights, and I don't know if there's anything left. I know we've got, if anybody wants to share challenges.
Yeah, there's a couple of people in the chat. I know Ingrid, Ms. Gomez. I know Liz was having some connectivity issues, but put some information in the chat about their Promise Awards and how, for those of you who may not have seen the story of Marcos, he was one of the youth winners from Guatemala. She was saying in the chat that they were able to take him and his family to the zoo and out to a restaurant, which I think is very much of a rarity. They got gifts, new clothes, and we're on have a scholarship for 2022. This is a family, their father died when they were young, their mother abandoned them, so they live with their grandmother and work very hard to be able to kind of eat each day. So Liz and her team are making some great strides for that family and members in their community. So thank you for that update, Liz. For those who have raised their hand, oh, go ahead, Jose. I was gonna say whoever's raised their hand they can certainly
Ingrid
do so.
Ingrid is raising her hand. Her psychologist is going to speak. Ingrid is also having connectivity issues.
Okay.
So I'll translate wherever I can, unless she can cover it.
So Ingrid is on, is that right, Jose?
Yeah.
She just has to unmute.
It's her psychologist that's going to be speaking.
Okay.
We'll give them just a minute to see if they can get their technology to work.
Yeah. Just want to make sure that they're not muted and talking.
Adriana, ¿sí nos escucha?
¿Aló?
There we go.
Hola, sí,
There we
buenos
go.
días.
Hola Adriana, buenos días.
Hola.
Queríamos que si nos puede compartir un poquito del impacto que tuvo el premio que le dieron a Jiret, y cómo impactó al club.
Ok, listo. Muy buenos días para todos. Mi nombre es Adriana Morales, soy la psicóloga de la Fundación Lolita, Club de Niños y Niñas del Caguán, en Colombia. En nombre de la directora Ingrid Rico y todos los colaboradores del club, pues queremos darle de todo corazón gracias por todo el apoyo y colaboración que ustedes han tenido para con el club. Gracias, José, por estar siempre ahí con su buena disposición, con el apoyo que ha tenido para con nosotros y nuestros niños. Pues comentarles que a pesar de la pandemia que hemos tenido pues a nivel mundial, nosotros como fundación pues hemos seguido trabajando en la alternancia con todos los protocolos de bioseguridad, trabajando diversos talleres con nuestros niños, danzas, artesanías, música, teatro. Pues también expresarles que el premio con Jiret fue muy importante para nosotros como club, también para la niña, fue pues de gran impacto. Nunca pensamos pues llegar a eso y competir pues con tantas personas, ¿no? Y no, muy feliz de estar ahí con ustedes. Esperamos pues que en el próximo año seguir trabajando con ustedes mancomunadamente. Y no, nada, desearles una feliz Navidad, un próspero año, que este 2022 sea sea de mucha prosperidad, de mucha salud para todos nosotros y toda su familia.
Muchas gracias.
Adriana. All right, I'll translate as brief as I possibly can. So Adriana thanks the World Federation for the support that we're providing on behalf of Ingrid and the entire team. Despite COVID, they've continued operations on some limited basis, but they've continued operations for the club and continue impacting kids through their art programs, their music programs, the theater programs, and all the other academic programs. In regards to the Promise Award, that had a huge impact on Jeanette because it provided an option to be more positive about herself and bring in more, and I'm adding a little more to this because of the conversations I had with them, but it's brought in some positive impact for her and her grandmother because they're living by themselves. It's a crazy story because Jeanette's mom was lost through the war and no one knows what happened to her. So this is an extremely positive impact on the entire family and on the club itself because now there's more motivation for them to do more and do better. They wish everybody a Merry Christmas and thank everybody for the support. And they're looking forward to next year and all the work that they're going to do.
Super. That's awesome. Thank you, Adriana.
I want to say something.
Please.
This is Stephen.
Hi, Stephen. Go ahead.
Can I say something about Evans Online?
Please. Yes. For those of you, Evan's online learning was one of our other youth recipients who created a platform through WhatsApp to be able to teach his fellow teenagers. Go ahead, Stephen.
Okay. So Evans Online Learning, at the time Evans was doing the online teaching, he was in senior high school. During the pandemic, he opted to teach online, help his colleagues. He recently completed the senior high school with distinction. He successfully passed his examination. And then his team members who were also part of the club also passed the examination successfully. They all passed successfully. Evans is currently awaiting admission into tertiary institution university, where he will proceed to be a teacher, professional teacher. But while he's awaiting his university admission, he is teaching the club kids in one of the partner schools. So Evans is teaching in Gomuadego, one of the club schools. And
wonderful, Stephen.
Yes, so that's what he's doing, and he's doing awesome, also motivating and inspiring younger ones, and that is inspiring to share. Thank you very much.
That's great. That is great.
He's just now 18, right? So already he's teaching and giving back to the kids in the club. That's a wonderful, wonderful story.
Yeah,
Dawn, one of our online learning experiences is that of the conference, and maybe you want to.
It's going on. It's going on too, because now it's also we get more time to teach online as well. That is also going on.
Awesome. Wonderful. Yeah, well, I want to be sensitive to time. So I know we've only got about 15 minutes left. Please feel free to continue sharing. I see more people putting things in the chat. Congratulations to Ghana. I don't know, I'm not sure I can say it correctly. The club is sponsoring a special needs student at a university level. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I did want to share a little bit about what we'll be doing in 2022 as well. I know we have another hand. Let's go ahead and do the other hand up. Go ahead. Ms. Gomez, can you unmute? There you go.
Yeah.
Hi. Good morning. I don't speak English very well. I need to translation with Jose, por favor.
Okay,
please.
Very good.
Sure.
You're doing great.
Gracias. Dale. Quisiera iniciar con una frase porque me parece que es una jornada de mucha celebración. José, vamos poquito a poco. José, are you here?
Yeah.
He's on.
Yeah.
Jose's muted. Hold on, Gala.
Oh,
Yeah.
José or Lisbeth, I need translation in English, please, because I don't speak.
Vamos a traducirle, a ver.
Ay,
Usted ya lo, pero está haciéndolo muy bien en inglés, no tenga pena.
No, pero sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah. Bueno, quiero iniciar con una frase. No hay nada como un sueño para construir el futuro. De Víctor Hugo. Quizás yo represento el futuro en República Dominicana con el club. Y Y bueno, estoy muy conmovida con lo que escucho y muy esperanzada, muy inspirada. José, fuimos una familia que partió para diferentes sitios, República Dominicana, Chile, y queda en Venezuela algo de la familia. Y elegimos una meta noble, que fue poner las semillitas de la convivencia intergeneracional a través de un proyecto que se llama Tarde sin Edad, y que ahora nos abraza el club con mucha honra para poder fundarlo aquí en República Dominicana. Y los valores que yo escucho de esta comunidad hacen sentido a lo que vamos a sembrar en este país que hace tanta falta. Usamos el arte y para facilitar la convivencia entre niños, niñas y adultos significantes. En este caso, los abuelos. Traerlos al espacio también como en su alma de niño. So sorry, I'm very happy here.
Thank you.
For me and for my family, it's very inspiration, Tim. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't really think I need to translate, but basically Ilse is saying that it all started with a dream, and she's very appreciative of being part of this organization. And she wants to make an impact in the Dominican Republic. I think everything else she covered. I think she did really well.
Did very well. Very well. Thank you, Lisa, very much. We had another hand up, didn't we, Dawn?
I think we have one more. What, Frank, did you have a hand up? Yeah, Frank does. There. Go ahead, Frank.
This is Frank. Frank of Western Girls Club of Ghana, and I'm about to be specific. Yeah, I want to share some success stories that we have for our various sister clubs to also learn from it. Although the COVID has been a problem to all of us, the club was able to make headway to do certain things which helps our sister schools or partner schools to make sure we improve the teaching and learning in those schools so that we can just churn out entrepreneurs out of the kids that we are all teaching. In all, we were able to provide textbooks for our partner schools, organize maths and science quizzes, then organize a workshop for the TVET teachers, those who are purely into technical vocational education. We had that one too. Then we were able to also organize the reading competitions in our various partner schools as well. And in collaboration with one foundation, which is into feeding the aged and maybe those vulnerable in the society, we've been partnering them to give food staffs to the aged for every 3 months. We're able to do it throughout the year. Again, we've been organizing entrepreneurship workshop in collaboration with the Comfort Foundation in Ghana. Hence, although the challenges have been immense for us, we've been able to organize all these programs, and there are others that we have not even mentioned, and we think it is good the other sister clubs also learn from what we have done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. This has been so great, Glenn, to hear all these wonderful stories. I'll speak on behalf of the rest of the team, but so wonderful to hear directly from all of you how just innovative and persevering and just like your energy and your commitment to the youth in your communities is really truly inspiring. So thank you for all that you do. I want to take just a quick minute because I know we're coming close to time to let you know what's coming up in the new year. We'll have webcasts scheduled for January and February. We'll also have our conference. Actually, I'll put the link in the chat and you'll get it after this session as well. But the conference registration is already open. It's going to be March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's about 2.5 hours on each of those days. I know we have some of our, obviously this is made for you all. And so we have some of our affiliates who served as advisors to help us figure out what to plan for the conference, the sessions that you all might be interested in learning about. So if I could ask maybe Rosie, if she's still connected, to just share a little bit about what you all gave as feedback for the conference.
Oh yes, of course. It's wonderful what's happening. Many details are happening. So one of them is to please continue the growth in every regard by inviting all the other possibilities of nonprofits to be involved in this conference. And the other, what was the other themes? I had them in my head right now.
The themes?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, also to have past Boys and Girls Club members share their success stories, because that's an awe-inspiring event when you hear the other kids, how they have grown and what they learned and how their life is a success due to the clubs. So that's something that's also we're looking forward to for the conference, March.
Wonderful.
Great.
Thank you, Rosie. Yeah, we're very excited. For those of you who were able to attend the 2021 conference, so that was held in February of this year. We're very excited. We had about 350 people that registered for that. So we're hoping to have even more for this coming year. There's some really great sessions on everything from fundraising, programs, child safety, anything and everything that the committee had brought to us that we can fit into the course of those few hours each day. We are thrilled to be able to offer you. So look for more information about that coming up and showing up in your email inboxes soon and from your mission advancement advisors. We'll also be doing Promise Awards again this year. So, please feel free to already be thinking about people, programs that you'd like to nominate. If there's other ways that we can also assist you, we're happy to do so as well. So reach out to anybody on the team to be an asset for you. So I know, like I said, we've only got about 5 minutes left. Glenn, Jose, anybody have anything else that they'd want to add before we go?
Yeah, I should say that in Spanish really quick on the conference.
Sure, please.
Para todos los que están aquí que hablan español. Aquí Don les puso el link para registrarse para la conferencia. Por favor, regístrense. Inviten a todos los que puedan, a sus compañeros, a otras organizaciones que no sean parte de la World Federation todavía. Hay mucho aprendizaje. Van a haber muchos temas. A algunos de ustedes los voy a contactar para platicar acerca de si tienen alguien que pueda presentar en la conferencia, porque todavía estamos buscando algunas personas. Y también vamos a contar historias de niños, de los jóvenes que han pasado por la conferencia y digo por los clubs y que han tenido ya un gran impacto en sus vidas. Entonces queremos compartir eso también. Pero regístrense porque el año antepasado hubieron una cantidad de 300 personas, el año pasado 350 personas, y creo que va a haber mucho más este año. Entre más pronto se registren, mejor, porque a veces la capacidad se limita. Así es que les agradecemos. All right.
Thanks, Jose. If you don't mind, I'm going to say a couple of words on the conference, and maybe you can reiterate that in Spanish as well. One is that, like we did for the Promise Awards, a little bit of a surprise, we are going to give out some awards, mini grants, whatever that might be, to the organizations that register and have engaged the most people. So be thinking about how you're going to engage not only your staff, but your board, your volunteers. Think about others that are already mentioned, like there's other organizations in your community that are dealing with young people, other organizations, even potential funders that need to know more about what you're doing and that you're part of something that's global. Invite them. That link that we send you can be sent to anybody. The registration is free. You would get the credit for all of those that come in. And we want to, again, reward all of you in terms of making the conference as big as possible. The more that people know us from around the world, the better off we are, and the better off you are locally with that. Jose?
Yeah. Una pequeña sorpresa que va a haber para esta conferencia. Se les pide que inviten a todos los que puedan invitar, porque este año vamos a dar premios en forma de mini grants. O sea que posiblemente fondos a las organizaciones que traigan a más gente. No tiene que ser solo personal, hay que invitar a los miembros de las mesas directivas, amigos, familiares, a otras organizaciones, y entre más traigan mejor, porque así tienen mejor oportunidad de ganar algunos de esos premios. Así es que regístrense y inviten a otros a registrarse bajo su organización.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jose.
I got a yeah already for that.
Okay. Dawn, you want me to do a wrap up?
Sure, I think we've got just a couple minutes left, so I think some well wishes for this wonderful team.
Well, thank you. First, again, thanks, Dawn, for leading this, and Jacob from behind the scenes, always doing the great work there. Tim and Jose and all those that are on our World Federation team. The affiliates are lucky to have you all in their corner and pulling for them. All of you, on behalf of our co-founders, Rick and Susan Goings, who send their best wishes and regards, all the members of our board of directors, of course, our staff that I mentioned, even our collaborators for good, these other organizations like Special Olympics and Boys and Girls Clubs of America and 4-H and Big Brothers Big Sisters, and many more. We have 13 now. Our sister clubs, I know some of you are linked to sister clubs. On behalf of them and all of our key volunteers who think about all the work that you're doing in your part of the world every day, they applaud you for that. They thank you for that. And they wish you the very best, you personally and your families and all of those that you're dealing with, for Merry Christmas, a wonderful, safe, and healthy and happy 2022. On behalf of all of us, thank you for joining us today. And Jose, if you want to do a quick on that, you can.
Parte de la organización World Federation of Youth Clubs y todos nuestros colaboradores como 4-H, Boys and Girls Clubs de América y algunos otros, todos los que son sister clubs, o clubs hermanos de Estados Unidos. Les deseamos las mejores Navidad, el mejor año que viene, el siguiente. Ojalá todo mejore con la pandemia y todo eso, pero les agradecemos a todos. Recuerden que aquí estamos para ustedes. Cada quien en nuestro grupo tiene una posición específica, pero todos tenemos mucha experiencia en lo que hacemos y para ustedes lo estamos haciendo. Así es que gracias y esperamos seguir trabajando con ustedes.
Gracias.
Thank you very much, Glenn.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a great holiday season. Take
Happy
care of
New
yourself.
Year. Feliz
Same
Navidad.
to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Gracias, feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Hasta luego. Feliz Navidad para todos.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Hasta luego.
Todos.
Happy holidays to everyone.